What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Luis King Kong Ortiz. Ortiz is the next opponent in line for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the world, owned by Deontay Wilder. And I did say owned by because he owns that belt. He wears that belt like a badge of honor, the WBC, the most prestigious belt. He is the man that holds that belt, and he's been holding it for now 9 title defenses, which is impressive. So, being that Luis Ortiz has another opportunity, but the champion has already booked another fight after that, supposedly. Booked another fight after the Luis King Kong Ortiz fight. The question is, should that motivate Luis Ortiz a little bit more? Because to me, it sounded like you're using Luis Ortiz as a stepping stone, as a tune-up. You know what I mean? Because to pick Luis Ortiz, we thought that was the big announcement, but the big announcement was really Tyson Fury, right? So, if I'm Luis Ortiz, do you think he should feel disrespected just a little bit? Simply because he's really looking through him that much? I mean, Anthony Joshua booked 2 dates in advance, but he didn't have an opponent in April. Let's be real. He didn't have Deontay Wilder. That was a hoped opponent. And that even that date was scrapped, right? But Deontay has booked a date in September and booked a date supposedly with Tyson Fury. So he has 2 opponents. So he's just assuming that he's going to run through Luis Ortiz. Like Luis Ortiz, got him. Knock him out in first round. Another Dominic Brazil situation. Yeah. You know what I mean? So if I'm Luis Ortiz, I should feel upset. You know? I'd be upset about it because, like, dude, you're overlooking me. You're talking about Tyson Fury. You got Tyson Fury 2 on your Instagram. You signed and said, but damn, didn't you just sign with me, supposedly? I thought the deal was with me, I can say this. Those guys have been real busy over on that side of the street. You know what I mean? If they've signed Luis Ortiz, then Tyson Fury. So basically, he's done the same thing he did last year. So he's doing a rerun, a repeat of what he did previous. You know what I mean? He had Luis Ortiz, Tyson Fury, then he hit Brazil, then Luis Ortiz, Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? So that kind of sounds like some ESPN shit to me, honestly. You remember when Bob Arum used to have Pacquiao fighting Juan Manuel Marquez all those times? You know what I mean? 4 times, Bradley 3 times. You know what I mean? And then I don't know. That kind of reminded me of the same situation. But back to Ortiz. Ortiz, he has nothing to lose. But then again, he has everything to lose at the same time. Because he's 40 years old. He didn't look that great in his last fight. He turned down $7 million to fight the other champion, right? The other heavyweight champion. And this is really his last hurrah. So he better not punch himself out. He better come in shape. I mean, the best shape he can be in, with what he still has left as a fighter. And I think that because Deontay Wilder has went out on a limb, took a leap of faith, I think he should use this as motivation to train harder, work harder, fight harder, pray harder, do everything harder. Because this is his last hurrah. If he wants to, if he's concerned about any legacy in boxing, not in life, but in boxing, he should understand this is it. He should use this opportunity to shock the world, to do things that he wasn't supposed to do as a person, as a Cuban citizen once upon a time. You know, he was never supposed to be a professional fighter, let alone professional champion. Okay, so, but I don't know. I won't dwell on this too much. I just think that it is ballsy by Deontay, confident by Deontay to make these fights or to book these fights this far in advance, you know, because you can look at it another way, you know. You can look at it as though maybe they're really not concerned about Luis Ortiz at this point. You know, and I know they looked at that fight and they studied that fight with Ortiz and they knew he's not the same guy that fought Deontay Wilder back in March of last year. You know, they could have looked at it like that and then easily picked him because he is an easy opponent. Hell, let's go ahead and book Tyson Fury too. You know what I mean? This guy ain't going to give us too much smoke. Right? So, anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Luis Ortiz. How should he feel? Do you think that he should feel disrespected? Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.